My name is Amy Maurizio, and I oversee the inpatient unit here at Penn Foundation. So I oversee the clinical and administrative functioning, I guess you could say, of the inpatient unit. Day to day, I am involved in the day-to-day care of all of our clients that come into the Recovery Center, as well as our admissions department for both inpatient and outpatient services. I run a treatment team meeting each morning that includes our clinical staff, our nursing staff, and our medical staff, where we talk about each client that's in the facility and coordinate care. And then I provide clinical supervision to all of our counselors and oversee our director of nursing, director of admissions, and our BHT supervisor. I always say there's no downtime, there's no boring moments in inpatient treatment. There's always something going on, always something to do. There's really not a lot of downtime at all. So the inpatient unit has two levels of care. It's 3.7 withdrawal management, if you're talking in clinical terms, so which is basically what used to be known as detox. And we detox from opiates, benzodiazepines, and alcohol. And then we also have the 3.5 level of care. We're a short-term program. So our length of stay is anywhere from roughly 5 days of detox to 26, 28 days of rehab, up to that, depending on the needs of the client. And then we work with individuals to transition to whatever is next for them. That could be intensive outpatient, it could be long-term treatment, could be a halfway house. And we assist individuals not only with stabilizing, obviously these individuals are new in recovery, so we help them to stabilize medically, emotionally, and we teach them some skills to be able to, go back out into the world and continue their recovery journey. We also provide them with education surrounding addiction, co-occurring disorders, and a lot of other things that sort of go along with the substance use disorder. What they can expect in recovery, how they can utilize the supports, because although there's supports there, sometimes they don't even know how to access that or how to initiate utilizing those kinds of supports. I've always enjoyed working in this field. Like I said, it's never boring. It's different day to day, and it's great to be able to help people and to see people actually make a change in their lives. And, there's sometimes that takes longer than others with, depending on the person and their level of motivation and kind of where they're at. But it's great when we can hear from clients that they're successful, they're doing well, they have jobs, they have families, they've gotten married, and to see those milestones. Overall, it's just a sense of feeling like, you're helping people that feel like they're alone, and that there is no other way for them. And to be able to help them to see differently is really, what kind of keeps me doing this 23 years into it. The one thing that I always say in terms of recovery is that recovery doesn't just come to a person. A person has to work for it. And that's what I always kind of try to explain to individuals, that you don't just come into treatment, let the, drugs kind of get out of your system, and that everything's going to be wonderful, right? So it's really about doing the work, being intentional about it. It is a work. It is hard. It's definitely not an easy road to take, but it's worth it. It's worth the work. It's everyday work that you just have to keep at it. And I think, for those who are willing to do the work, it pays off. And I think people will tell you that, that in the end, if they just be intentional, utilize the coping skills, work toward setting goals for themselves in recovery and making those changes that they need to make in their lives to be successful, then they will be. But also, I think to family members and friends of individuals who are struggling with substance use disorder, I think it's important while those individuals can be difficult to deal with in active addiction and it becomes frustrating, that they do need the support. And I think that is a major piece of it, and can make all the difference for a person, is if they have the support that they need to kind of move along and not be alone in this journey,
Hmm.
because it's not something that people can do alone. It takes a village, right?